Here's why, even if there are 2 or 4 eligible candidates in the presidential elections, we might not still get a public holiday on polling days. Here's a summary of how the presidential election 2023 goes out simplified for you. Don't see if you don't understand my answers, you idiot. So, most of us by now will know that one of the key things that stop us from booking a ferry to Batam on 1st September is this.
The idiotic blue cat did this video before he knew who is eligible. It's now confirmed that Tharman, and Koksang and Tan Kin Leon are eligible. George Go isn't eligible.
Cause since 1991, when the election for president started, out of 5 presidential elections so far, only 2 got contests. In the history of the elected presidency in Singapore, the only time we get an extra public holiday was in 1993 when Ong Ting Chuan won, and in 2011 when Tony Tan won. But it's not just about the that leads to a contest one. Got many things one. Watch on cause you might be surprised at how much work is done for our public holidays. So here's the time of this year's presidential election. On 13 June, the application to apply for the certificate of eligibility was open. In the last 2 months, 4 people have said that they are going to run. Former Senior Minister Tamang, who confirmed plus chop, auto qualify cause his name is Tamang. Businessman George Go, who might or might not qualify cause one business doesn't meet the eligibility criteria. But he said if combine his many business, they will meet. Former GIC Chief Investment Officer Ng Kok Song, who will qualify if he's a CEO but he's a CIO, so very tricky. And finally, former NTUC Income CEO Tan Kin Leong, who also ran in 2011, who said he actually qualified. On 11 August, the result of Saraya is issued, which means the dates are confirmed. On 17 August, people cannot apply for the certificate of eligibility. And then on 18 August, applications for the politician donation cert were closed. I know you're asking what that is. You wait. Then before 22nd August, we'll know who is eligible. But the day to look out for isn't the day when the certificates of eligibility is issued. It's actually 22nd August. Cause even if all 4 candidates are eligible, they need to physically go down to the auditorium of the People's Association at 9 King's George Avenue. Then over there, even if they have the eligibility cert, they cannot just go out to the stage and then talk about the brand Singapore or Singbrand brand or whatever.
We have East Coast Singapore. We have a together at East Coast plan.
ELD has a website for that. I think it's the lowest traffic website in the world with just 4 visitors. There are many things to do there although all of them can be done before 22nd August. Like need at least 6 people who support the candidate. Need to ensure the candidate has paid $40,500 as a deposit. Also need to kind of declare certain donations you get, which is like kind of the politician donation cert. So basically it's a lot of paperwork. And the candidates must be there during that period. So imagine if George Go takes taxi, wanting to go to King George Avenue. So he said to the taxi uncle,
Hi, go 9 King George Avenue. I'm running for president.
And then go back to his phone and then say, the taxi driver just woke up and then heard George Go saying this instead.
Just go running for president. King.
He thought he's going to IMM, which is and then see George Go missed the timing and then we got no public holiday because of this stupid taxi driver. But agak you get the idea. Unless people file incorrectly and then complete, don't book your Batam ferry for 1st September 1st. Cause if you need to vote, then we need to cancel our ferry. Cause we all good people will cancel all our trips just so that we can vote. I said this quite scared as I become. No. Yeah, so in the meantime, just wait until 22nd August to know if we'll be having a public holiday or not. Although I think one group of people hope that there's no public holiday. Teachers, cause psych. In the meantime, watch this video to know more about the powers of the president and also subscribe to us and join in the prayers to hope for a public holiday. Unless you teacher poor thing you.